guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Megan and this is A Spice Romance, where I talk to you guys about romance books. And today I'm going to do a book haul that's long overdue. I bought most of these books in March. Some of them were purchased in April. I can't tell you what was what without going back and looking, and I'm not going to do that right now. So we're just going to talk about books that I've not hauled yet that I own. So if you're interested, hang out. This should be fun. I have a lot of books. So I'm going to jump right into this. I had to clear off some space on the memory card to film this because I know it's going to be a long one. First book. A lot of these books were purchased in a Barnes & Noble haul that y'all never saw, that I filmed when Tamika and I went book shopping. So if you saw the book shopping vlog, I bought most of these then and spared you the 25 minutes of me hauling it. So that's why I had to clear off space on the memory card, because I knew it was going to take a while because I have more books than I did then. First book is The Hobbit by Jrr Tolkien. I've never read it. It's for a TBR. I've read 5 pages of it now. I know 5 more pages worth of information than I've ever known about The Hobbit. I'm excited to read it. I just haven't read it yet. Then I have Tommyland by Tommy Lee with the help of Anthony Bozza. It has pictures and it's by Tommy Lee. And I'm interested in rock stars. They intrigue me. I'm very intrigued by a rock star along the same vein. These are both also for TBRs. This is The Dirt by Motley Crue as a whole. Tommy Lee, Mick Mars, Vince Neil, and Nikki Sixx. I'm excited to read this. This is a Netflix movie that has Machine Gun Kelly in it. I've not watched the movie, nor have I read this book. Again, biographies. Rock stars fascinate me. I have Love Your Life by Sophie Kinsella. Most of these are romance books. I have Everything After by Jill Santopolo. Santopolo? I don't know. I'm excited to read this one. Yeah. Don't remember why I bought it. Couldn't tell you why I bought it. I think I asked Tamika when I bought it why I bought it. I don't know. We'll read it. Hauled that one. The Makeup Breakup by Lily Manon. I only recently found out this book came out in 2021. So, it's a new release that I accidentally purchased. Now let's talk about these books. This is The Silent Patient by Alex Michelades. This is Tamika's favorite horror book. I think right now, one of her favorite horror books at least. This is for a TBR that I've not started on, but I'm excited to read it. So I just haven't read it yet. That's the thing. If I've read them, there are sticky notes in them. If I haven't read them, there are sticky notes on them. Defending Jacob by William Landay. I've talked about this book ad nauseum now. But I love this miniseries. I love Andy Barber. This fed my legal nerdness. It's been read. Mark it down. Then we have The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I'm excited to read this book. I just haven't yet. When I read the back, I will tell you, I'm trying not to talk about these too much, but when I read the back of this one, there was a Netflix, I think it was a Netflix original. There was a Netflix movie that I watched in December. And I think it was about New Year's Eve. It was like a December movie. It wasn't like a Christmas movie. It was a December movie. Like, that's what I would classify it as a December movie. But a very similar situation, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to read this book. These next two have also been talked about ad nauseum. We have Accidentally Engaged by Farrah Heron and Not the Girl You Married by Angie J. Christopher. Oh, let's do The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. I think you guys saw me purchase this book. I believe this book was purchased in the vlog. I think you got to see it. You've seen me talk about The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. If you haven't, and I have it, I'll insert the clip. If I don't, I may just steal it from Tamika. But this book is about an introvert who has to meet a bunch of people, basically. It stresses me out, so I bought it because I'm curious. Let's see. We'll talk about these in succession. We'll talk about them really quickly. She Walks in Beauty, A Woman's Journey Through Poems by Caroline Kennedy. This is JFK and Jackie's daughter. I love the Kennedys. I'm amazed by that family. Jackie Kennedy is like the epitome to me of like classiness and being a woman. I bought this because I love the Kennedy family, and I'm really curious about Carolyn Kennedy's life, like after everything she's gone through. You know, she lost her dad in such a tragic way. She lost her brother in such a tragic way. Then her mom died, and I don't think Jackie died in a tragic way. She Walks in Beauty by Carolyn Kennedy. I said let's talk about these in succession because these are all poetry books. We have, all of these are by the same author. These are all by Amanda Lovelace. We have, and I'm not taking the sticky notes off because I've got to keep them in order. The princess saves herself in this one. The witch doesn't burn in this one. The mermaid's voice returns in this one. This one probably my favorite because it's purple. Purple's my favorite color. Break your glass slippers. Wrong direction. Then they're falling over. And shine your icy crown. And they're all by Amanda Lovelace. And the sticky notes stayed on because I have to know what order to read them in. I know you can read them in any order. Don't get me wrong. But I can't read them in any order. I have to read them in the right order. I've already talked about that book. These two books I haven't talked about, and I'm so upset that I haven't talked about them, and I feel so bad. So I'm going to talk about them a little bit longer than I would normally. These were Christmas presents from Tamika. I'm going to talk about this one first. If you watched any of my videos last year, in 2020, which was a shit show. 2020 was a shit show. Cletus Winston stole my heart and soul. My sweet best friend in the entire world bought me an autographed copy of Beard Science by Penny Reed, and I cried. Like, I didn't cry in the video. I don't even think we didn't film it. We exchanged Christmas presents in March. We'd seen each other several times leading into Christmas, so we didn't see each other until March. Because that's what happens. It says, Megan, Cletus says your birthday cake worthy. I love Cletus. I've still not read Marriage and Murder. Or Murder and Marriage or whatever. But she bought me an autographed copy of this book. Now here's another thing. I'm so excited about that. And I love Tamika for that. She is the greatest. We also now have matching Supernatural keychains. But that's another story for another day. She also bought me, and I got really emotional about this one because I've always wanted to buy this book, and I've just not done it. But my favorite booktuber is Bree at In 11 Words. Has been for a long time. Was before I ever had a booktube channel. Like in my first video, I talked about how much I love Bree. As much as I love Tamika, she's my best friend. I talk to her every day. I torture her every single day. If you look at my Twitter, it's literally tweets about how much I torture Tamika. She bought me an autographed copy of Bree's book. Or she got me an autographed copy of Bree's book. And I screamed when she told me that she got me one. Because we knew we weren't going to get to see each other for a while. Because we had freak weather and everything. And when I tell you, I screamed. I haven't read it yet. But Bree is my favorite booktuber. So to have this and like to know that, I don't know. It just meant a lot. This is really special to me. This is really special to me. And Tamika's really special, and that's all I'm going to say because I will get emotional and I do not want to cry on camera. So these two books mean a lot, and I can't wait to read this one and reread Cletus, because me and Cletus have not had a good time in a while. Like I've not read Cletus in several months now. So I gotta read Cletus again. We're getting ready to wrap this up. Oh my god, this is taking so much less time than I thought it would. I think. Yeah, I bought that book too. Here's Heavier Than Heaven, a biography of Kurt Cobain by Charles R. Cross. Seattle Grunge. Kurt Cobain. I have my theories. Any true crime fan knows. There are theories surrounding Kurt Cobain's death. I don't subscribe to many conspiracy theories in this world. I love a good conspiracy theory. I believe them. I'm interested by them. Kurt Cobain interests me so much. I want to read that book. about the Courtney Love stuff, but I haven't. But I bought Heavier Than Heaven because Kurt Cobain interests me a whole lot. And then one of my favorite bands is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So this is Anthony Kiedis' Scar Tissue. Also excited to read it. I was going to show you that picture, but that was a whole boob. That was a whole boob. So are pictures. I like it when they do that. I have 3 more books. I have 2 more books. One of these books I've already talked about. That I didn't mean to grab. We have 1984 by George Orwell. This book was purchased for the Chris Evans video, and then I read 10 pages and couldn't finish it because I was upset at the state of the world. That's me being honest. I was upset at the state of the world. This did not help my mental health. It made me crazy. I cannot preach mental health to you guys and then not follow it myself. So, as much as I preach mental health, I try to practice it. So, this book is still going to get read just when I'm in a better headspace. This is the second stack. And last but not least, I just bought this book the other day. This is 10 Rules for Faking It by Sophie Sullivan. And I don't know why I bought it. I don't know why I bought it. But I bought it and I'm excited to read it. So, that's it for me today. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about any of these books, hit me up down below. Twitter, Instagram. Take care of yourselves and I'll catch you all in my next one. Bye.